Good morning. It's a lovely day. I am working on fixing vent covers on my Fan-Tastic fans on my 2022 Tiffin. And I'm going to show you what I do to fix these rather than replace them. And the reason I'm fixing them is the design is pretty bad from the factory. And even if you buy new ones, they're likely to break. And I'll show you where I've got a new one that's already broken that I've done the same repair job to. So let me show you what we got going on here. As you can see, the plastic that holds the front of the metal bracket for the lift is cracked and broken away. And that's pretty common on these. And what I'm going to do is unscrew the remaining piece that's holding the bracket on, drill holes from the other side, put screws and nuts on, and little spacers that I 3D print. So that's what's on tap. Step one, I'm going to use this tool to unscrew the remaining piece of the metal plate. I'm not going to show this because I'm going to be hard enough time working on it, but you'll see the end result when the screw is out and the metal piece is out. So now I'm going to go in here and drill a hole from this side over for my replacement screw. I have put an 11/64 bit in my electric drill, and the 11/64 bit seems to be the perfect size for the number 8 screws that I'm using for this project. I'm not going to be able to show drilling this because I only have 2 hands, and nobody in my family wants to get up on the roof and help me. But I am going to go right in the middle of that area that you can see there. And if I come back, you see where that is on the thing. I'm totally eyeballing this, and with it on the RV, that's the easiest way to do it. If you go through the hassle of taking the lid all the way off, you can make templates and stuff, but you got to remove all the sealer that's on here, and that's really more effort than I want to spend. I am going to eventually cover the whole thing anyway, and I'm not worried about water leaks because it'll still seal fine. I don't think water is going to get in through here. If I was overly worried about it, I'd put a little tad bit of caulk on it. But with the hole I'm drilling, the screw will actually kind of thread into it. So next thing you'll see is the hole will be drilled. The hole's drilled. My next step is to put the screw in. That's a number 8, 32 thread, 1-inch long screw, matching nut, and that is a plastic standoff that I made on my 3D printer. That's 11 millimeters long, 8 millimeters in outside diameter, and a 5 millimeter diameter hole in it. And all that does is go inside this plastic area here. Hopefully you could see that. And just provide a little extra support. I don't think it's really needed, but that's what I'm doing. And then I also have a little bit of hot pink nail polish. I'm using whatever color my daughter decided she didn't like anymore. And I'll use that kind of as Loctite behind after I put the nut on and get it tight so that the nut can't come loose. And we'll get into that as I get closer to being done. So let's see here if we can get the screw in and video. Guess I could clean up that hole a little bit, but I'm not going to. Alright, let's get it in. As you see, it's tight. It's tight enough that I'm having to thread it in. And I think that alone would keep it from leaking, but a dab of caulk would probably be a good idea if you're going to leave this exposed. Sometimes I actually have to back this back out to get the spacer in because it depends on how much has broken away. Wow, I'm really having a hard time here from this plastic housing. So we'll see if this will go in or not. No, it won't. So I backed the screw out, put the plastic spacer in, focus, and then put the screw back in. As you can see, it provides support that the plastic piece that's broken off is supposed to be providing. And now for reassembly. So the first step I'm going to do is take the metal plate. I'm going to take the metal plate. The metal plate installs like that. Screw holes go up towards the vent. The big end goes towards the hinge. I'm going to install this onto this rod. So you see the lift rod right there. And I'll take this, holding it the right way, and put this over that big wheel piece. I'm doing this without seeing, so everybody on camera can get a good laugh at how lame I look. There we go. And then, once it's on there, I will slide it over this new screw that I've put in. And I don't know that you'll get to see that. As you can see, I missed. It's not even close to where it goes. There we go. Now that's where it belongs. Take the nut and put it on. And I'll let my power tools help me out. Alright. That's good and tight. And then all I have to do is, in the back here, line this back up where it belongs for the screw that was in there. And hope it lines up. And it should. My hole looks pretty good. So then I can put the screw back in. Now, with these screws, be really careful, because that's how this thing hole starts. These screws are into something that's weak. So, you have to be very careful. I said you had to be careful, and that one just broke on me. So now I'm going to drill the second hole. That's why I don't replace these, I just fix them. They're built bad. And now that I've done both of them, this is what it looks like when it's all done. I have not put the hot pink nail polish on yet, but I will. That's all you see from the repair. Now it doesn't fit tight on this side, but that's because there's nothing on this side. Again, I think that's a design flaw, but that's my personal opinion. I'm going to go do the back one.